Welcome to the Purposeful Living program. I want to say thank you for joining me, and I hope that you'll be on this program for the next 12 weeks. I look forward to getting to know you, specifically in our live chats, and I also am looking forward to partnering with you as an accountability partner. I'm looking for accountability partners, and this is why I actually started this program, all about community, connection, courage, but authenticity too. So the first week, we're going to start on principle 1, which is the mirror principle. And we're going to look at a number of things during this week. First of all, we are going to look at application. And this is going to be very important because you're going to apply the application method throughout the 12 weeks. And it's all about self-awareness and being self-focused. Secondly, we're going to look at a little formula. Thirdly, our principle for the week, our homework, and then what's next. So let's take a look at how we're going to be applying all principles. As I said, it's about self-awareness. So we're going to start by observing our behavior. What is the current behavior? And only when we know this do we know what needs to change when it comes to reaching goals. Then we're going to start evaluating this behavior. And we have to ask ourselves, is this the results that we actually want? Is our behavior benefiting us or is it hindering us? So is this who I really want to be? Now, if you recognize that that's not who you want to be, then you're going to have to start interrupting automatic behavior. So you're going to look for opportunities to change the behavior in certain circumstances so that your outcomes and results can change. So these three things, observation, evaluation, and interruption, are going to be key in all your interactions and application of the principles during the next 12 weeks. The little formula that we are looking at is event plus response equals outcome. And we have got two options in life. We can blame certain events for the lack of our personal results when it comes to goals, when it comes to relationships, or we can change our responses to the events. And we can continually do this and see what the outcomes are or what the results are. And that is going to be up to us. The second option, and what makes it different and better for you than the first option, is that if we decide that we are going to start looking at our responses and become self-aware about this, then we actually take control over situations. We don't give the universe and other people control over the outcomes. Okay. And as I said, it is a sign of insanity if you keep on doing the same thing and expecting different results. So remember this formula throughout the next 12 weeks. Event plus response equals outcome. What do you have control over? Your response. Not necessarily the event, but your response. And you keep changing your response until you get the results you want. Now, the principle that we need to apply during this week, very focused on self-awareness. And I know I said in the beginning that this is about achieving goals and being accountable to each other. But if we don't start with addressing our own behaviors, we are not going to get to where we want to be anyway. So these are the 5 things that you need to keep in mind. The first person that you must know is yourself. How self-aware are you? Are you on automatic continuously? Are you just responding to things happening to you? Or are you an active player in your life? And you are self-aware enough to realize certain actions that you are taking are not giving you the desired results. Secondly, the first person I must get along with is myself. If you had to ask yourself now, what is an accurate measurement of your self-image? Do you feel positive about who you are? Now, there are certain things that perhaps you were endowed with genetically that you cannot change. It's very difficult to change. But you have got choices in other areas. And you must also remember that your self-image is often a reflection of what other people have said to you. You're never on time. Why can't you ever keep things in order? You must be an artist. You eat like a horse. I can't believe you won. And this is so simple. Why can't you understand? Now, as I said, these are more projections than reflections. So it's people projecting their concerns or their views of your weak character on you. And you've got to start realizing, what have you actually taken on board? And it has actually formed your self-image right now. Thirdly, the first person to cause me problems is myself. And this is about self-honesty. We are very quick to blame and to complain and look outside ourselves for these solutions for our problems or the reasons for our problems. If we are honest, most of our problems are caused by the choices we make. And again, remember, I'm talking about things that you actually have control over. So if we can focus on the things that we're responsible for and not on external factors that we cannot do anything about, we take control and we become honest with ourselves. If your relationship with someone is not healthy, but your response to them all the time is snappy and snide, then you've got to actually be honest that you are playing a role in that relationship. Fourthly, the first person I must change is myself, and that's about self-improvement. You're on this course. I'm sure that some of you read a lot, but what are you doing to make sure that you are just a little bit better than you were yesterday? First, the first person that can make a difference is myself. Now, you are not required to change the world, but you are required to actually make a positive impact in your small corner of the world. And that is about self-responsibility. How much responsibility are you taking when it comes to taking care of yourself, but also taking care of others? And you've got to reflect on these. Now, the mirror principle, you will have to apply, you are going to have to apply self-awareness throughout this process. You are going to have to focus. It's not comfortable because we have to start asking ourselves some uncomfortable questions, things that we don't want to hear. If we're really self-honest, will come out. Now, your homework for this week. Think of an instance where you know if you change your response, the outcome will change. And this can be anything. This can be in relationships. It could be in the goals you've set. It can be a diet, anything, okay? Then write down what your new response will be and then apply it and see if you have got any different results when you apply the new response. What is going to be very important is you're going to have to be intentional about this. Remember the 3 necessary steps when it comes to application. You're going to have to observe, evaluate, and then interrupt that has become automatic. Secondly, if you were to ask family members, friends, and colleagues, which of your practices and habits are causing you more harm than good currently, what would they say? Now, if you have got some courage, actually ask someone. But I think if you are becoming self-aware, you can start reflecting on certain habits that you have formed that are not working for you. Be honest about it and make a note of it. So what's next? So you completed the grid questionnaire that was available in our intro video, and you got a certain score. Now, scores vary from 1 to 4, and the highest score you can get, by the way, for the grid questionnaire, which is based on your level of perseverance currently, is 5, and the lowest score obviously is below 1. I don't want you to freak out if you got a low score. I also got way below 5. In fact, I got 2.3, which I'm not proud of, I know. And all that it has shown is that I actually need to work on my perseverance. During this program, we'll cover something on perseverance right throughout the program. We've got our live chat on Sunday, and you've got your homework for the week. So bring your, to the live chat, I want to actually hear, how did you find applying the principle? What did you achieve during the week? And by the way, if you achieve nothing, then you need to be open and honest. Remember, these chats are about accountability. It's not about winning. We actually want to change and we want to improve. And we want to be on this journey with other people and do this together. Then on Monday, the 11th, we are actually going to look at 2 exercises. One is the purposeful living purpose exercise. And then we're going to look at how to set short-term goals effectively during this time. Finally, if you have any questions or you need more information during this program, I have set up an email address where you can send me an email, tell me where you are. I'm not going to be able to give you the answers, but together we'll try and figure things out. This is my email address. I'm also on Twitter, so feel free to DM me and I will check it every now and then. Again, I want to say thank you for being part of this process. Thank you for going with me on this journey. And I really look forward to chatting with you on Sunday.